Secrets of Herbal Healing. Welcome to all you green thinking and deep thinking herb lovers. It's going to be really interesting today because we're looking into one of the secrets of herbal healing around green foods and chlorophyll and the light in food and how it triggers the healing process. This is really fascinating because the deeper you dig into this whole topic of herbal healing, the more you realize how intricately woven together the universe is, almost like you can see the intelligence behind it all. It's just a wonderful thing how it's all been set up for us to use to heal our bodies. So it's going to be a really interesting topic, and we will talk to you in just a second. All right, so as usual, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you and you'll be able to follow along. So let me just get that up. Just disappeared on me there. All right, let's see if this goes. Okay, right. So Power Green Detox. This is really interesting because we often detox with lots of different foods, fruits, and vegetables generally, but this one is all about going green and using everything green. And the reason behind that is because of chlorophyll. And so what we're going to do in the beginning is just have a little bit of an exploration into chlorophyll and how exactly chlorophyll triggers this deeper healing on a deeper level and what it is in chlorophyll that does this. All right. So if you want to follow along, there's a QR code in the top corner there. You'll see up there that you can scan and jump onto the page and follow along. You'll also be able to find some of the research behind all of this. So chlorophyll is the pigment in plants that makes it green. And it's formed by, it's the energy storage form that photosynthesis converts sunlight into. It's this green pigment. Fascinating thing, really, because the sunlight is captured and put into this this compound or this substance called chlorophyll, and it's readily available throughout our biology in the whole animal kingdom, the plant kingdom. All use this chlorophyll as a form of energy. Ultimately, it all comes back to chlorophyll. So fascinating stuff, chlorophyll, and there's a whole range of benefits you can see there, which we'll talk about a little bit. It's too much to go into in depth, but anti-cancer, antioxidant, anti-obesity, anti-inflammatory, protects the nerves, has so many functions. That's just chlorophyll itself. So by consuming green food, you get the bioactivity of chlorophyll. So chlorophyll forms in the green leafy parts of plants. So that's basically what makes plants green. And it's shown to be anti-carcinogenic. And this is a toxin that can grow on, it's a mold toxin that can grow on foods such as corn and things like that. It's a highly toxic carcinogen. But this is just one example that it's known that chlorophyll binds to these carcinogens and it takes them out of the body. So it's almost like it chelates, it sort of binds itself to them and it takes it out of the body. And if you eat enough green food, and we've had this happen with people that are doing the green detox, is your bowel movements, your poop, almost turns green. You start seeing the chlorophyll actually coming through in the bowel motions. And so this is helping the body detox. You've probably heard of things like chlorella. Chlorella is an example of a form, chlorophyll, that's used in supplement form. So it binds to carcinogens. Really interesting. And another thing it does is quite a powerful antioxidant. And one of the things they've found is that it helps to protect the brain from oxidative damage. It's an anti-inflammatory. So most antioxidants are anti-inflammatory. That's how they work generally. Neutralizes free radicals, and it's also known to get heavy metals. So chlorophyll acts a bit like chlorella in the sense that it binds and it chelates to the heavy metals and it pulls them out of the body. And here's some more of the health benefits of chlorophyll. So I won't go into this much more, but it's just really interesting to know that the actual greenness, the greenness of what you eat is how much chlorophyll is in it. And so there's all these powerful effects. Now, another interesting one is anti-obesity. So they found, this is an interesting study here. They studied 38 women for 12 weeks between the age of 45 and 60, and they lost an average of 5 kg over those 12 weeks by consuming green foods. That's because it reduced the cravings. So I guess chlorophyll foods are also high in fiber, so you'll get the fiber effect as well, reducing cravings, lowered cholesterol, and it helped reduce the peptides that are responsible for appetite. So reduced appetite. So a good thing to know is if you do a green detox, you might lose a bit extra weight. And there's a little video there about that. There's also a little flip book you can get on this webpage, which gives you the green detox user guide. So you can download that for free. But let's have a look at the green detox itself. So basically what we're doing is just 7 days on this. And because it's quite hard to do it long term, but 7 days is enough to get this chlorophyll effect in your body and this green power effect, if you like. Your body lights up. I'll do a topic on this another day, but we did talk about it last week about light in food. And of course, you've got this light energy that's captured in the chlorophyll, and your body just really does just light up when you have a lot of chlorophyll-rich food. There's been studies on things called biophotons, which is light that's emitted from the body when you consume these types of foods. It increases. So anyway, the green detox, what you do with this one is you try to have 90% green foods and 90% raw foods. 100% is even better if you can do it 100%, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and nothing else. And this is really going to get the chlorophyll levels in your body right up. So green smoothies in the morning, green salads at lunchtime. Again, probably more than likely a smoothie or a green salad for dinner. And then you're consuming the normal dosage of detox capsules or BodiClenz smoothies as well to get all the herbs to work in the system at the same time. So it's this powerful combination of all these green foods and herbs working together. And you get this massive synergy and entourage effect with this high dosage, what you call a mega dose going through the system. So let's talk about some of these foods just quickly. Spirulina. We've all probably heard of spirulina. It was discovered by, or not discovered, but it was really made popular by NASA when they started giving supplements, the spirulina supplements, to the astronauts, because it's such a superfood. It's got every nutrient under the sun, literally, in spirulina. So you could live on that if you had to. Parsley. Again, these things aren't just high in chlorophyll, but they're super nutrient-rich foods. Zucchinis, Brussels sprouts, broccoli. And by the way, you can click on each one of these and it'll go to its own individual page and give you more details on each of these foods and how powerfully healing they are. Spinach. Spinach is incredible for muscle growth. It's got ectosteroids in it, ectosteroids, which help the muscle growth. Leeks, cucumber, avocados, incredible food. When you combine these things into a salad, it's just amazing the nutrition that you're getting. Of course, some of these would be better in smoothies, like the kale, perhaps, green tea, celery, kiwi fruit, aloe vera. That's an amazing superfood that you can actually put into your smoothies as well. Artichokes. So there's just a few examples. I guess any which way you can get these foods in any combinations, but I will give you a few recipes in a moment as well. So just give you some ideas on how you can do this. So here's some other green foods: green apples, asparagus, basil, obviously any green herbs, bean sprouts, fresh beans, cabbage, green capsicum or bell pepper, green chilies, chives, cilantro, coriander, green grapes, gherkins, green kiwi fruit, lettuce, olives, onions, all other salad greens, spring onions, thyme, rosemary. The list goes on and on. So it's actually quite a bit of fun doing a green detox because you can experiment with all of these different green foods and discover a few different ways of having them. And so what I thought I'd do here is I'll just share a few recipes. And again, you can click on these and it'll take you to the full recipes and video on how to make these as well. So you can target different areas. There's bowel cleanse smoothie or a kidney cleanse smoothie, cauliflower and Brussels sprouts, cauliflower rice. This is a really interesting one, green chili basil pesto. So, instead of just using ordinary basil, you can add green, spice this up. Or you could use holy basil, which makes a really nice pesto. Guacamole, obviously with the avocados, broccoli and zucchini soup, which is quite a sort of an oddball kind of soup, green soup, but that's actually quite nice too. Rocket and kiwi fruit smoothie, lettuce and parsley smoothie, kale and lime smoothies. There's so many different green smoothies you can do. And the incredible thing is when you're doing a detox with green smoothies is your appetite just disappears after 2 or 3 days. I've been doing it for a couple of weeks now, actually, doing green smoothies for lunch every day and green salads for dinner every night. And your appetite and your cravings for, and those bad habits, the cravings for those things just disappears. And I'm pretty positive that it's the light that because you can feel it. Your body just lights up and you feel this light inside your body. And when you feel that, it's extremely satisfying. And I think that's one of the reasons that the cravings disappear, is because you have this deep inner feeling of light and peace and satisfaction that comes from the green food. So pretty cool, isn't it, I reckon? And there's a lot of science deep in behind this, which is a little bit too much to share today. So I think I'll just basically finish it there. The green foods, you can use any of these programs, the BodiClenz, the Herbal Detox. This is a good one, the double combo. So you get the detox and the BodiClenz together and combine that with the green foods and your detox is absolutely incredible. So have a look at that, and we'll talk to you next week on a similar topic, and we'll just keep the ball rolling on these things. And I think just before I go, I'd just like to share with you that, there is this incredible intelligence that's built in to the plant kingdom for our healing. And so the plants and the foods also are medicinal when they're combined. And they actually, in a way, talk to our body through the greater intelligence that's been built into the system. So, I mean, the entire ecosystem on Earth, it's not just all by accident. And as a herbalist, I firmly believe that because, the plants were put on the earth for us to use. They weren't put on earth for us to use by accident. They were put there on purpose for us to use. And I think the mainstream scientific medical community have kind of almost forgotten a little bit where medicine actually came from. And it came from, in the beginning, from thousands of years of practice of herbal medicine. And so the intelligence that comes with that and the understanding that healing takes place by working with nature and working with the innate intelligence that's within nature and within the plants, and basically opening those channels up in our body for healing is what the detox does. And so by doing a green detox, you kind of get the double whammy of the fantastic herbs, but also the fantastic foods and the light that comes from combining those things in a detox. So I hope that's been helpful today. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love some feedback to what you think of the topics that I'm sharing, and any other ideas that you'd like to hear from me about. Feel free to let us know.